Hello everyone, this is Alex Trimble from alextrimble.com, and today I want to talk to you about some strategies that I've adopted to protecting my energy. What is that? How do I get over grudges, right? Now that's important because if you want to be successful, you have to focus. You have to pour your energy and resources into whatever it is that you want to achieve. But if you are focused on a grudge and if you maintain those grudges, that's energy and cognitive energy that is just being wasted on something or someone that really honestly probably isn't looking out for your best interests. So to do that, I want to share with you a very personal story, and it just clicked to me right now. When I was going through my master's program, I was being discriminated against by a professor. It was really bad, and I still remember the nights literally sitting in my car after class crying. And I'm saying that not to be dramatic. I'm saying that because it's okay to cry, right? And it was so hard because it was so egregious. And at one point, I talked to my classmates, my peers, and they knew when they saw what was going on, they didn't think it was fair. And so finally, she did one last thing that was actually going to stop me from graduating. And I broke down. I can't let it happen anymore. I had stayed quiet for way too long, hoping that I could just push through it. And I had to step up and I had to defend myself. So what I did was I took that preponderance of evidence to the school board and showed it to them. And they were like, this is crazy. My classmates agreed. All of my colleagues agreed. And they were like, Alex, yeah, you got to step up and defend yourself. Everyone was in support of me until they weren't. Until they stopped picking up my phone call. Until they stopped replying to messages. I was hurt because I was alone. I felt like I was alone anyways, right? I didn't know what was going on. I was going through this very difficult, emotionally challenging situation. And all of a sudden, all those people who supported me were no longer willing to even talk to me, let alone submit something on my behalf saying that, yeah, this is wrong what was happening. Well, I found out that because what had been done was so egregious, the school was considering stopping the program for a second, which will allow them to actually lose their accreditation. Yeah. So what does that mean? Those classmates who stopped talking to me, they stopped talking to me because they were nervous. Because if the school lost the accreditation, would they be able to get a job in the future? And this was confirmed because one of those individuals actually then spoke up and told me this, which was crazy, right? They were willing to allow me to go through this pain because they were worried for their own career that one day that might hurt them. Well, this makes me think about something I heard 50 Cent say the other day, which I thought was really cool. He said, the people that hurt you the most in your life likely aren't even thinking about you. They're focused on themselves, and they don't even notice what's happening to you at all. He uses the example of a DA who gives the harshest possible sentences, not because she believes or he believes that this is the right sentence, but because they want to have a good record, right, for their career. So they're not thinking about the person who's going to jail unnecessarily, right? And so what does that mean? What I propose is that we understand that everyone has a job. Everyone's job is to do what they have to do to accomplish a goal, right? And sometimes people's goals may be in conflict with where you want to be, right? That's just a reality. Sometimes them working in the direction of their goals, whether it be wrong or unfair or unethical, may put them at odds with where you want to be in life. And the reality is that you can't control that. You can't control anyone's behavior. Ask a parent who's trying to get their kid to listen to them and eat some vegetables sometimes. You can't control it. You can negotiate with them. You can try to encourage them, but you can't control it. But what you can control is yourself. See, at times in life, people's job will be to put you down. That is just the reality. Doesn't make it fair, but it doesn't make it wrong either. I mean, what I'm saying is not wrong. Doesn't make it fair. But what's your job? Your job is to find a way, period, to reach your goal. As long as you are being ethical, moral, and legal, you need to do what you got to do. So what I'm saying is focus on you. I don't mean that in a selfish way. What I do is I want you to focus on you. What can you do? Don't allow people to have your energy who are not working in your favor. And the reality is, don't take things personal, because a lot of them don't even think about you. They're just doing what they got to do, what they feel they need to do to get to where they got to be. And worrying about them and giving your emotions to them is not changing anything. And I'm being completely real with you, and I'm going to wrap up right now. Those individuals, there are some individuals in my cohort who I'm still very close with today, but there were a number of individuals that I have pictures of, that we have pictures with, hugging and smiling and all those things. And every once in a while I get really, really upset. I'm like, why did this have to change? And I think about it, I ruminate on it. I talk to my wife sometimes about it. Sometimes I'm pissed off, sometimes I'm frustrated. But you know what? I promise you, they're not thinking about me. They're not putting any of their energy towards me and how I feel. And so, does it make sense to give them so much of my energy? I'd opt for no. Now, again, I'm not a perfectionist. I still struggle with this myself, but I'm sharing this with you because I hope you and I on this together can be on this journey. Because again, I have big aspirations. You know it. And I know you have big aspirations because you're listening to these videos. Let's focus on us. Let's focus on our families. Let's focus on getting to where we want to be, that big, shiny whatever it is. Hey, look, as always, this is Alex Trumbull. Visit me at alextrumbull.com. I'd love to come speak at your next event. Find me there, alextrumbull.com. Stay strong, stay positive, definitely stay moved.